Thank you very much for the warm introductions. My name is Eddie Hamilton. I'm a business manager at Randox through Diagnostics, responsible for our operations in Iran. It's an absolute pleasure to be back in Iran. I was here back in May. It was my first time in Iran, and it was a very incredible experience. I was very warmly welcomed by Manu Sher, the team, and also here at the university. I think it's, as the sanctions have been mentioned, and it's an absolute shame. I have to say, my experiences have been 100% positive, and I think Iran has been the most wrongly stereotyped country I've ever been to. It's one of my favourite countries I've visited in the Middle East, so it's a pleasure to be back, and thank you very much for the warm welcome. So the format for today is I'm going to give a presentation. It will last approximately between 40 minutes and 1 hour. I'll go in and give you a background basically about our company, about what it is that we do, both our parent company and Randox, food diagnostics, the different arrays that we do, give you a brief overview of the technology, and then I'll hand over to Jack and we'll move across into the lab for a practical demonstration of our evidence investigator and the microtoxin 10 array. So, Randox Diagnostics is part of a larger umbrella of Randox Laboratories. Randox Laboratories was founded in 1982 in County Antrim in Northern Ireland. We now employ approximately 1,400 people through sales, marketing, logistics, many different departments. And then also our background, our bread and butter is with our 300 scientists and engineers. We have offices in over 20 different countries, from USA, we actually have a manufacturing plant we're currently building in the USA, and same in India, which is up and running. Then we have offices in China and Australia and throughout the world. We work with distributors in 145 countries. Randox, we can't be everywhere at once, and there are certain countries, and we need to be supported by local teams who know about local customs better than we do, which is why we partner with the likes of Manu Sher to provide this local support in local languages and based on local culture. We want you to feel as comfortable while also being fully trained on our technology. So in terms of our clinical side, which is how we started, we actually supply 5% of the world's population actually already receive and are using Randox products through our medical devices. We have operations in so many different hospitals throughout the world that even though people aren't aware, some people aren't aware of Randox, but most will already actually be a customer or end user of Randox technology. We are the world's #1 provider of proficiency testing through our RICAS. And we also are the world's #1 supplier of materials for EAQ studies. And we have more tests in development than any other diagnostic company. This is an example of some of our clients and partners who we work with around the world. And we have some of the biggest names there from the pharmaceutical industry, such as Pfizer. But then we also have some clients who we really like to work in a collaboration with, and we're extremely proud to do that. You can see the Great Ormond Street Hospital for Children in London. They do amazing work with some very unfortunately sick children, but we're very proud to say that we can work with them. The Boston Heart Diagnostics as well, and then also the University in Johannesburg. So we're very proud to work with all of our partners, and we see it more as a collaboration rather than just we supply you with the equipment or the tests. We like to work with our partners to ensure that everyone it's a mutually beneficial relationship basically. So Randox Food Diagnostics, what we are basically concerned with, as you can see here, is by increasing global consumer confidence by improving food safety. And coincidentally, I'm not sure how many people are aware, or I'm sure, I think he was planning on mentioning it, but my Farsi is not so good. So, but today is actually World Food Day. So the UN, it's a big, the focus on food is greatly increasing as both consumers are becoming more aware of it, and also as governments know the importance. This is a little introduction video. So because we're from the UK, our managing director, he likes James Bond quite a bit, so there's a little bit of a James Bond theme, but I will take you through a background about Randox Food Diagnostics. Okay, so just a little bit of a profile about Randox Food Diagnostics. Unlike our competitors, the majority of our competitors, Randox Food Diagnostics are solely concerned with food diagnostics. Therefore, everyone who works with food diagnostics, that's our 100% focus. So what you get from us is that focus, and you will see that end result in our products. There's approximately 50 of us working for Randox Food Diagnostics. This is both through sales and marketing and also then our R&D department as well. We have customers in 52 countries. Our marketing department like to come up with little statistics based on the amount of kits we sell. So you'll see something like this in our presentation, but basically every hour of every day, 296 Randox food tests are carried out globally. We have distribution partnerships with 35 companies spanning 50 countries, and this last point is really unique to us, and it's very key that we're steadily investing our profits back in the R&D. We have our own research and development team in Randox HQ who are always validating new matrices and developing new assays. If there's ever a problem that our customers have, we have technical support to go through troubleshooting with them, and if there's any new assay development or new matrices such as pistachios. I know Iran is a very big exporter of pistachios, so this is something that we're going to be looking at for the future as well. Since 2010, we have developed 130 dedicated assays, and that's through the continuous reinvestment in profits. We have quality assurance as at the core of our manufacturing process. We have an independent quality assurance team, and our kits will not leave our manufacturing plant until they have passed this rigorous process, and everything is ISO certified. Our products for clinical are CE marked. With food diagnostics it's a little different because they're for veterinary purposes, but the fact that we have that CE mark shows the quality of our products. To date, we've invested over £220 million, so it's been a massive investment, which we are now beginning to see the return on that investment. We actually cultivate, we have everything, we do the whole supply process basically. I hope some of you might be able to in the future visit Randox, and you will see our base is about 20 miles outside of Belfast, which is the capital city of Northern Ireland. We're surrounded by farmland, which we own the majority of, because we raise sheep there, which is where we cultivate our antibodies from. And we're actually part of this reinvestment and thinking towards the future. I'm not sure if you're aware of an animal called an alpaca. This animal lives in high up in the Andes in South America, and it's famed for its very strong immune system. We actually have alpaca in Northern Ireland. It's very strange to be driving into work sometimes and seeing an animal which is associated with South America, but because of their strong immune system, we are working with those antibodies for the continuous improvement of our kids. So now we're going on really to the main body of the presentation, so the applicable industries that we work with, kits and technology. So if at any time I'm speaking too quickly, please feel free to ask me to slow down, or if you have any questions, please feel free again to stop and ask away. Technical queries I will be able to help with as best I can. I don't come from a scientific background, I'm from a business background. However, I'm fully trained and I can actually run all of our equipment. It's one of our unique selling points. But for any of the more detailed questions, you will see me also in the lab, but also Jack is our scientific expert as well. So, our kits from the same instrument. I mean, we can forget about this really for a program, but for the same instrument, we're going to analyze meat, seafood, feed, grains, cereals, honey, and milk and dairy products, all from the same analyzer. So it really makes the evidence investigator and biochip array technology an extremely versatile piece of equipment for any lab.